Well, on this week's show, we find ourselves headed out to the beautiful state of Wyoming once again. And we're antelope hunting, but with rifles. And one of the great things about rifle hunting is that you get to hunt all day long. Antelope are on the prairies, they're very visible, so with a lot of glassing, a lot of driving, you can cover a lot of ground and look for the animals that you're after. Well, after a beautiful drive through the Black Hills of South Dakota and into Wyoming, we stopped by the local sporting goods store where we met up with good friend Jeff Seekich. Now, Jeff has been instrumental in putting these hunts together. He's the guy that does all the legwork. He gets us in touch with the landowners and just helps us out in general. So after talking to Jeff, we got to the hotel, we got things unpacked, and we had a few moments of daylight left, so we headed out for an evening scouting trip. Well, the next morning didn't come soon enough. And first up is Kurt. And it didn't take us long before we had a beautiful antelope pegged, but it was out in the middle of nowhere. So what do? We turned to an old rancher's trick.
We've been glassing around all morning here, and we had one we probably should have shot hindsight, but they aren't moving too fast out here. There's a lot of oil traffic out here, so they're used to seeing things move, but we came back to one we saw even last night and again this morning, and we're going to give him a try. The bad thing is he's out in the middle of nothing out here, so we're going to pretty much just go straight at him. There's a little bit of a dip in the terrain out here we're going to try and use to our advantage, but I'm not sure.
Well,
we got to give it a try. So
we're in daylight.
Yeah, we are. And a lot of them out here, like I said, are all cookie cutters, so this is one of the better ones that we've seen, so we're going to give him a whirl and see what we can come up with. Still there.
If you're ready, tell me when you're gonna shoot, though. Yep.
Boom! Like that. But hunting with our good friend Jeff up here. He got us on some good goats earlier this year in August for an antelope archery hunt. That's a good thing about Wyoming right now. You know, a lot of tags, a lot of goats. You know, we didn't find monsters out here yet, but we found some nice ones. So pretty tickled to get out here in October and do some hunting, whether it's rifle, archery, whatever. It's always fun to get out with the guys, that's for sure. Good mass. You know, we thank goodness we when you antelope hunt, you have to use your optics, and we put them to their full potential today. The spotting scopes, the glasses. I mean, finding these aren't that hard out here, just because they're visual animals. That's what's fun about hunting them. You can hunt them all day long, and you can, you know, drive the roadsides and find them, but you got to use your spotting scope and then get on your hoof and start after them. Use the terrain to your advantage. And we had this goat nailed pretty good. He's actually very nice. Heavy, good prongs. He ain't a 16-incher. Beautiful animal. There, his hair's just letting go.
Look at that, he's relaxing.
Yep.
You know, we've talked about this. These goats aren't that spooky. There's a lot of the methane trucks driving around, and you could actually drive by a herd of goats, get out of the truck and shoot them. See a lot of TV shows that like to do that. It's not about that for us. You know, we spotted these goats. We got within, I suppose, 3/4 to a mile of them, and got out and put a sneak on them. And that's the hunting part of it. It's no fun jumping out of a truck and shooting them. You use your vehicle and you use your optics to find them because they're out there a mile, 2 miles. But then you put the dirt underneath your feet and you get after them, and it turned out great.
We had that opportunity earlier today, but chose not to. We know where they're at. We'll get after them later, but this is a beautiful animal.
Boy, he got a dark,
He is.
dark.
Little darker cape than normal. He might be a cape to save here.
Gorgeous.
Yep, beautiful.
Awesome.
Well, I don't know what to say other than thanks to my 2 hunting partners, John, Jason, and Jeff, who's out spotting here. He was going to get us picked up on our way out of here if we didn't get this critter, but good Lord willing, it all happened to our favor, and we got 1 down, 2 to go. So we're on to number 2.
Job, JW. Gorgeous.
Beautiful creature. One of my favorites, and the best eating out there.
Well, after getting Kurt's antelope all taken care of, we started working our way back down to an area that we had seen a lot of antelope earlier. And on the way down there, we spotted a couple nice bucks coming from about 600 to 700 yards away. Well, the funny thing is that they came within 40 yards of us. It was almost like cheating. I sat there and giggled like a little school kid. I didn't pull the trigger, but I had fun watching them. But it wasn't long after that we got our second opportunity at a beautiful Wyoming antelope.
Well, we got the goat we want, but he's in the middle of about 50 goats. They're not real spooked when you drive by them. But what we did is we came around on a 2-track. We're going to get out. We got about a half a mile to go to a ridge, and we're going to try to get up on top of them. And again, it's going to be kind of you just don't know, but we got to get up there and see if we can't get a shot at him. He's got a beautiful black face. He's got the right side, his top cutter kind of flares out, so that's what we're looking for. But it's kind of funny. You got 4 guys in a truck trying to decide what to do. It's quite entertaining, to say the least.
Whop! Holy cow. What a cat and mouse. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for these bipods, a guy could never ever make these shots. And I'll tell you, sitting in a sitting position with your bipod extended all the way is tough. I took a deep breath and waited for him to turn broadside, and I'm thinking I made a pretty good shot because he dropped, and he's a gorgeous goat. That's 2 goats down out in Wyoming. Big thanks to Jeff Seekich for doing all the leg work for us, helping us out, got us out here archery hunting. We had an awesome antelope hunt this early fall. We all knocked down beautiful goats. Kurt and I got him down now, and it's JW's turn, and he has been chomping at the bit. Every goat we see, he's like, John, it's a shooter. It's a shooter. It doesn't make a difference how big it was. He was telling me it was a shooter. But I can't blame the guy because he's the last one on the totem pole today, and now we have a nice evening ahead of us, and we got all day tomorrow to look for the biggest goat in Wyoming for JW.
Thanks for work, fellas.
Thank you.
Awesome job, John.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Don't know what to say. Just having a good time. We're out in Wyoming. Do-it-yourself hunt. Big thanks to Jeff Seekage. He works at the local sporting goods store, and we have hooked up with him for the last couple years. And he is kind enough to take the time, show us the lay of the land, help us get the access on the rancher's place, and came out and we got 2 goats down. We got 1 more to go. JW's up. A lot of goats out here.
Partway through this creek, there's kind of a dam or a berm up here, about 100 yards or so, 50 yards, and the goal is to get there. They're out here someplace. We're just worried they're gonna catch our scent. We waited those antelope for a long time. It was a good shot, I think.
You smoked it.
Plenty close. He definitely went a little further than I thought he was gonna. You know, I was extremely steady, squeezed the trigger nicely, saw the impact. I must have hit a little bit further back than what I thought, but I heard the hit. Anytime that you can make a shot and this is your end result, I'd say it's as close to perfect as possible. So I don't know, nothing else that I can say other than, thanks for joining us, and I hope that you really enjoyed this antelope adventure near Wright, Wyoming. We'll see you next week right here on Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV.